We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Come back on in here. We are here on International Women's Day. We are live, okay? Live with 9 of my sisters that are on the continent. They are in Ghana and they are connecting with us today. Apparently, Instagram doesn't like for us to be on longer than an hour. So we will keep that note. But I am very, very happy that technology has it where we can not only talk about bridging the gap, but we can actually get it done. I am creating new sisters in my life right now so that when I get to the continent, we are already one and we can get to business. Get to business of making you guys available to have the opportunity that you want. So as we connect, we are giving the opportunity to all of you. So we are going to start with our next guest that's going to come up. Then let's go. Let's go. Princess also in Single Not Searching, honey. Oh, her scenes, her scenes. This woman can act. This is a method actor. Hello, lady.
Hi.
Happy International Women's Day.
How are you?
I am so blessed. I am blessed that this idea has come about and that I could reach out and be with people that I know, such as yourself, and love on you in this way and say, thank you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. I mean,
and I always just call you Princess. I want everyone to know your full name because it means something.
That's Sophia Nkrumah. Look at that smirk.
Well, she's very, very modest, everybody, but she is the granddaughter of the first Black man to gain independence in Africa. We just celebrated Independence Day. Dr. Kwame
Nkrumah.
I want to say your last name right. Nkrumah. Why did you choose acting as a career and not politics?
I don't know if that's accurate. I wouldn't say I chose acting over politics. I think that acting is one of my many passions and talents. Politics isn't entirely out of the cards for me. I think part of it for me is even rooted in a lot of my grandfather's ideology. When he became president, he understood the importance of film in the socioeconomic landscape of the country. And so he started the first government-run film industry in Ghana. And he sent a lot of young people abroad to study filmmaking. It was through that process that we had brilliant films such as Love Brewed in an African Pot. And I think that his vision and his understanding of filmmaking is the foundation and the grounds on which I was able to discover my own talent and also hone it. Because I know that if I can tell the necessary stories, especially on our continent, and use that as a bridge to sort of, again, bridge the gap between various nations, we can become a more globalized society where we can help each other, which is what we're doing here today. So yeah, politics is not entirely out of the cards for me. There's a quote by my grandfather that he made in his independence speech where he talks about the task ahead being great and how we have a heavy but noble challenge of being courageous in the way that we dare and dream and envision and fight and achieving the highest excellencies and the fullness and greatness of man. And I think that you can achieve those things by pursuing your dreams, whatever they may be, and dreaming as wildly as you can. And that's exactly what I'm doing.
Yes, you are, and in such a great way. I think you raise an important concept. Do you realize, and this is to everyone that's looking on this live right now and those who will see it later, film and television really shape the minds of society, of how we see each other, of how, you know, things are done, you know, what is possible. And so with that being said, are you in any way doing some filmmaking of your own?
That was a lovely, lovely segue. I am. I've been lucky enough to meet other filmmakers who share a lot of my vision and my understanding of the world that I'm hoping to build with time. Last year, I was privileged enough to work with this incredible filmmaker, Uche Agu. I met him on the set of a short film that he directed, and we went on to create a film together that I was lucky enough to both produce and star in. And so being able to produce a project, you get to see different aspects of the industry that you might not get to understand, you know, in front of the screen. And that has opened the door for me to further explore my writing. So I'm currently working on a script and hoping to like explore more options filmmaking wise. Definitely. It's very important to tell our own stories, because the perspective that we have as Africans and as Black women, while they might be replicated in some way by people who have done their research and who want to learn more about our culture, will never be the same as somebody who's lived that experience and who's understood it firsthand.
Amen. Well, when I hear you say that you're now producing and even setting your pen to paper so that you can write these stories, tell me how you plan to create these stories to break down the barriers that exist for women.
Absolutely.
In particular.
Well, I think some of the key barriers that we face in filmmaking stem from, you know, the executive decisions that are being made when films and TV shows are being greenlit. Because it's not necessarily a case of stories not being told that highlight Black women and Black issues or women in general, but it's more so those stories are not being greenlit. So it's a multi-layered problem that needs to be addressed. First and foremost, more women writers need to be hired on projects and in writing rooms. We need more female directors. When stories are being written, we need more female characters. We need more female leads. In media in the past few years, we've seen an increase in leading women and leading ladies on the screen. We've seen a slight increase in women having more speaking roles, but it's still not enough. I mean, in 2021 alone, women had about, for Black women, about 16% had speaking roles in all of film and television, which I think is abysmal when you really look at the statistics. Yeah. So how are women being written, you know, in these stories? How are they being portrayed? We need to look into.
Oh, I think we're losing connection. I think we're losing a bit of connection here.
Hello?
Yeah, lost a little connection there. Are we back?
Can you hear me?
Back? I'm going to check with my producers if they see us, if they can hear us. Let me know. Okay, so we're still on, but it just kind of it kind of went blank for a second.
Internet. We love it.
So I have a note here. Oh yes, we love that. There's like we love that quote from your grandfather, because yeah, it's really all about unity. But what I'm also hearing and what is like coming up in my spirit is that we need more women on the investor side. So I'm calling out all women who are in you know, power players in different industries, to say, I don't care if you're in STEM, you know, anything in technology, but if you're a power player, please help us tell these stories by investing in our filmmaking, because then we can get a hold of what we're doing when we have the funds to get it done. And so I'm really going to be on. You really sparked something in me when you said that, because I'm like, if we're waiting on, you know, a different gender to cut the check, then maybe not getting. So I think, you know, money is green when a woman holds it as well. So, you know, we love our brothers and we're grateful, but at the same time, we want to show that we can do this thing too.
Absolutely.
So what does International Women's Day really mean to you?
Fundamentally, International Women's Day for me means celebrating the women who have come before us, who have fought for a lot of the things that we get to take for granted today. Like things that are both as crucial but as simple as the right to vote. Many of our reproductive rights that, yes, are not where they need to be, but are light years ahead of what they used to be. Some of our employment rights that we have today, we're still fighting for equal pay. And especially in the film industry, women are paid far less than men in most film industries, which is abysmal because you hear the term all the time, sex sells, and women and their bodies and their personalities are used to draw in money, but they're not being paid what they're worth, which in itself is completely ridiculous. But Women's Day intrinsically for me means acknowledging, celebrating, and shedding light on women and their issues and some of their achievements to not only inspire us to do better and to make change in our communities, but also inspire the next generation of women, to show them what they are capable of doing, to show them the things that they need to tackle, and to show them that although the journey will be hard, they will be celebrated for their hard work.
Absolutely. And they will be celebrated by their sisters if no one else celebrates them. And that's what we're doing today. That is exactly what we're doing today. We are celebrating each other in this medium of film and television, saying that, hey, we understand that, yes, things are getting better, but baby, they can get a little better, a little faster.
They can get better. Thank you.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. This forum here, I'm really looking forward to affecting the change. Like, we can talk about change all day, but this is just, a start, something much greater. Because when I come back to Ghana, we're going to get together. And so this is my personal invitation to each one of you beautiful ladies to, when I come, and we're going to get together and create this forum where people can come and sit and really hear our hearts on this matter. And not only that, perhaps while I'm there, we can turn these cameras and these lights on.
It would be so wonderful to work with you. Yes, and you were such a joy on that. The energy was truly electric, honestly. And hey, I'm in LA next month, so maybe we can meet up as well.
You have to. You better not step foot over here on this ground unless you call your sister. I must know. Nikki is calling me. She's coming soon, and I would just love to connect with you guys every single. Even if it's just for a quick lunch, that's fine, but not all the time business. But I really want us to be on task where business is concerned, because I think we owe it to the ones behind us. Like, we know what's going on, and we have some solutions in order to get things done. And we have position, and we have know-how. And instead of just talking about it, let's be about it. You
right
with me?
There.
Yes! I love you so much. I can't wait to see you. Don't you over here until it not call me. So I'm holding. I love you much. Thank you for your yes today.
Thank you for having me, and more of this.
God bless you, and we can't wait to see. Wait, tell us, is there any movies that we should be watching or looking out for, other than Single Not Searching?
Everybody on the live right now, go onto Amazon and go watch Single Not Searching. If you're in the US and the UK, it is so amazing. Brely is amazing in it. So funny. Truly. But soon I've got a short film that I'm hoping will come out this year. It's called The Kids Are Not All Right, which is the one that I produced, and cross that you guys get to enjoy it. I've been working on a few secret projects that I don't want to give too much away on, so I can't talk about that.
Projects.
If anybody has Showmax, you can go stream all of the old and new episodes of Dede. I played Dr. Mansa for quite a while on that show, so go enjoy those. And just look out for new work. I mean, hopefully we keep the momentum going, and there'll be some really cool projects soon.
Thank you. God bless you, Princess. I love you dearly, and I will see you soon. Okay. Bye. This is so incredible, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just chiming in, I am talking to 9 actresses that are in Ghana right now doing what they do. Literally, we spoke to one. She was on set. We actually got to walk through a set in a village. Like, come on. This is God will set this thing up so perfectly. And then we came back with others that are speaking about how we're going to forward the movement of us bridging the gap, working together, telling our stories to forward women's rights and women's equality through film and television. So, and I was about to say, this is so dope. And my girl Tiffany just came on the line. Thank you, Marcia, for buying badges. You guys, bless you for always buying badges on this. We're going to go to the next lady. Gloria is our next one. Gloria, come on in here. We would love to talk to you and see you. This is fantastic. We're moving forward. We're doing good time. I know I have my timekeepers. Hello, beautiful.
Hey, hello.
Oh my goodness, how are you?
I'm good. I'm very well, thank you.
We're so happy to have you here
I'm
today.
glad to be here.
Every,
Thanks for having me.
every one of the ladies, are you kidding me? You're a part of this. Every one of the ladies, thank you, Lori, for helping organize things, for helping put together. Thank you so much for that. I so appreciate you. We can talk about being sisters and it sounds good, but we can do things like this to show that we're serious.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
So we're celebrating Women's Day. So we want to know about the progress of women's rights there in Ghana. How are things going with the process of women's rights there?
Wow. Okay. So thank you very much, Brely. And hi, hello to your viewers, your fans, and everyone watching us right now. Here in Ghana, one thing I can vouch for is the fact that women and children, or girls, female, are very respected here. Here in Ghana, women and girls are loved. I mean, naturally, we have that kind of, they have the soft spot for us here in Ghana, and so we are most of the time protected and appreciated. But then again, there are some buts. There are some buts. I am thinking that over the years, the International Women's Day was actually established to focus on empowering women and promoting gender equality, economic and social freedom, so to speak. Yeah. Yes. And well, it's been, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was established in the year 1911. So that means it's been more than 100 years. So sometimes I just ask myself, has women's dream of, promoting or getting gender equality and economic and social freedom been realized? Sometimes I ask myself and I'm like, no, I don't think so. I don't think it has been realized entirely, especially here in Ghana. And it starts all the way from school, from our primary schools, where girls are even with that stigma where girls are sometimes denied of certain positions, even if a girl wants to stand for a class prefect or a school rep or anything like that. You are seen as, no, you are a girl, so you don't have the capacity, you don't have the ability to lead and all that. So it starts all the way from our childhood. But as you and because of that, as you grow, it becomes, it weighs on you, and it becomes, something that it's always at the back of your mind thinking, okay, are they going to accept me? Am I going to be accepted as a girl, as a woman, as a female, you know? But I think that over the years, it's getting better. It's getting better as we have a Ministry of Children and Women, you know, here, you know, supporting women and also speaking for women and girls, and so I can say that we've tried here in Ghana. It has not been bad here at all.
And coming on the back of that, when you say it, I want to hear about some of your accomplishments. You have a beautiful career. We see some gorgeous things going on your social media. Tell us about, even though, you know, growing up, sometimes there were some challenges. What are some of the accomplishments that you've accomplished, you know, the things you've accomplished in setting forth in your career?
Okay, thank you, Brely. So personally, I have been in the industry almost like 2 decades now, and it was not easy at all. I'm starting. I heard Beverly, say it all. I mean, we really had it tough, you know, trying to find our feet in the industry. It was really tough for us, but then some of us really pushed forward. We forged ahead. We persevered, and we got to where we are now. I have done a lot. I mean, funny enough, I was doing a lot, but it was I don't know, maybe gender balance, gender equality. I was doing a lot, but it wasn't really materializing. Like I almost thought that people, I was neglected in a certain way, but then, like I said, I pushed, I persevered, and I worked hard. I worked on myself, and I worked on my brand. You know, sometimes you think that, okay, I'm doing all that, but what is happening? Why am I not being accepted? What is wrong with me? Maybe there is something wrong with you. I mean, it's not all rosy out there. There are lots of people, lots of women, and lots of young girls and women who are, you know, fighting and trying to be what you want to be. So just look at yourself, look at your shortcomings and the things that you can work, you know, on yourself to achieve all that. So to cut everything short, like I did all that. I just sat down one day and I was like, what am I not doing right? You know, so I just did all that. I got myself a great management team, and you know, yes, it's very important. It's very, very important. You need to package yourself well in such a way that you'll be very attractive for the world to patronize you. So that's exactly what I did. I worked on myself, and finally, and you know, God intervened also. And then I was able to achieve one of the biggest achievements that I honestly can boast of in my industry, I mean, in my career, is getting the AMVCA awards, the African Viewers Choice Awards, and I got the best supporting actress. And it's such a prestigious platform that, you know, you can just have one award from that's, you know, scheme, and then you are good to go. Like, you are good to go. So yes, basically that's it. And that's one. And also the second one, which is actually the ultimate for me, is the people who support you, the people who are there, the fans, the people who are ready, you know, to defend you, the people who are ready to embrace you however you are. So yes, it's the people for me, it's the fans, it's the public who think I'm worthy enough to be celebrated and to be you know, to be entertaining them. So basically those are my greatest achievements so far. And I'm still pushing, I'm still hungry. I'm still hungry. Hollywood, here I come.
How do you keep the fire burning? What do you do to keep that fire, that motivation?
All right.
Going?
So like I said earlier, it's all about the people, actually. And the fact that, I mean, I get to my DM sometimes and under my post, and then I get to read something great from a fan, from a young girl who is actually telling you that you are inspiring them, you're encouraging them. Just the sight of you encourages them, and just your hard work encourages them. I think it's just it. That's just it for me. They keep me going.
Yeah.
And also, yes, of course, by the grace of God, it's not easy. You can't just be in this industry and be and just sit aloof without gaining grounds, spiritually. So I think yes, I think the fact that I put God first in everything I do, also it's a plus for me. It's a plus for me, honestly. I think God goes to all the deciding tables to actually stamp on my name. So basically, I think that's one thing my mother taught me, and it's helped me till now. It's all about grace. I mean, if you ask everybody in the industry about me, they will tell you, if there is someone who has survived, someone who is a survivor, someone who has really worked her way to the top, it is me. That is what I have done, and that is what people have been inspired by over the years. They have journeyed with me from where I started to where I am, and I think that's what people are really inspired about. Yes, so basically,
that is so beautiful, and it's a great reminder that you are the example. You're being the example. You're showing that you can have a dream and that it can be realized, no matter what the circumstance.
And thank God, he didn't give me just one talent, one gift. I'm also a TV presenter. I do voiceovers as well, and I do other things. Yeah. So it got to a point where the movie industry was not treating me fairly. I mean, I wasn't getting my share as it should be, and so I just moved to the next to try my hands on something else. I mean, make God proud of me for giving me many talents. So I turned to the next thing, and I did what I had to do, and I think basically they all contributed to where I find myself currently. Yeah.
I think that's so powerful. You're talking about pivoting. When one thing isn't working,
absolutely.
I sing, I write, I produce, I direct. We multi, and we have to know that you don't have to feel stuck ever. And I believe that even if God did give you one gift, so say your one gift is singing, that doesn't mean you can only sing one genre of song.
You need to explore.
That can't go right. You need to explore that gift. There are many things you can do with even one gift.
Absolutely.
So,
and the fact that there are there is an increase in female directors here in Ghana is also something that really motivates me, honestly. I mean, the fact that they are ready to fight, they are ready to compete, their boldness, their confidence and their can-do spirit actually also encourages me and empowers me in the industry, which I know that if we get more directors in the industry, it's also going to motivate some of the young girls who are also aspiring to be actors and directors. And and trust me, the female directors tell our story better. They tell our story better. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. Here, this is your personal invitation from me to you to join when we come together.
Okay.
I'm going to come to Ghana, and we're going to do a symposium.
Awesome.
We're going to have what I call, where we're not only talking about this, but we're going to get together so that we can get the funding we need, so we can get the support we need to start building more television shows, tell the stories that need to be heard both there and that also translate to here in America, because that's something are the same things that are happening here. People, life is so different in Africa because, you know, oh, it's Africa, whatever. I'm telling you, I came to Ghana. I was there 36 days, and I said, I can live here.
Yes.
This is home.
Ghana is really welcoming. I mean, just a few years to come, and trust me, people will be trooping to Ghana a lot. Ghana is very welcoming. It's such a peaceful place to be. And yes, if we have the funding, why not? We will move mountains. we will conquer the world together.
Oh my gosh.
I love you more. I love you more.
I will see you soon. And thank you.
Thank
Happy
you,
International Women's
darling.
Day. You are
Thank
beautiful.
you.
And our next speaker who we're going to talk to. Let's see who's in the waiting room.
Hi.
Thank you. We'll see you soon.
See you soon.
All right,
Bye.
let's look in the waiting room. Next. Emilia is up next. We want to have you in the room. I'm going to have you join very shortly. First of all, let me give it up to our sponsors. You know, we have to always take a break to say thank you. I would like to thank the Bond, the Black-owned Network for Development, okay? We are making sure that things are getting done. Also, my company, Water Walkers. When God gave me that name to name my company about 15 years ago, I didn't even know what it really meant. I didn't know what I was saying, but he knew that today would exist, that I would be talking across the waters, come on, to my sister, so that we are walking on water, coming to America and going back home to Africa to do some great work. So who's next? So Emilia, we're trying to get you in the room, and I haven't been on for an hour again. It feels like it's getting stuck again. We're so grateful to Instagram for having this ability for us to connect the dots when we're so far away from each other, from continent to continent, but we are trying to make it work here. So thank you guys for your patience. Thank you guys for being in the room. And it's just so amazing to know that the same things that are happening in Ghana in the film and television industry are happening right here in America. So as we bond together, we all can have a stronger say as to what is going out in the media, right? So I'm just trying to get Emilia on. I want to say thank you again to Beverly, Gloria, Princess, Nikki. I still want to see you. I'll say Emilia unable to join. Something's happening, because I see your request here. Maybe you can go out and come back in. Go out and come back in. Let's try that. Sometimes we have to manipulate. We're not going to give up. What we're not going to do is give up. We're talking to everybody today. That's what's going to happen. And let that be another nugget for today. When things aren't working out or going your way, that you do not give up. That you say, oh, okay, I might not have got that one, but I'm going to get the next one. And I'm going to stay in it. I'm going to stay in it. And I'm going to keep requesting her until it maybe, if she goes out and comes in, it'll kind of refresh itself. We see you in the chats. We see you in the chat. Today is International Women's Day. I am connecting with 9 creatives in Ghana so that we can show you guys the same thing that's happening there is happening here. And so that we can just join forces to do some great things. I think you guys are ready to see some incredible films that are coming out of women working with women. I mean, I will take this still not connecting. Is if anyone else is in the on the live already that is on our lineup, I just want to go over some of the ladies' names. If you are in there, please come on in. So we spoke with Beverly. We're looking for Nikki still. Martha, such a beautiful soul, came on. Rosalind, bless your heart, was on set working and still made time for us. We bless you for that. Gloria, thank you so much. All right, we're going to view a new request and let's see it work this time. Look at people saying, I want to go to Ghana. Yes, Tiffany, let's go. You have to go with me when we go. We are yet planning now to make our voyage there. I mean, these women are just absolutely beautiful and doing some incredible things. And we want to make sure that they are highlighted on today. I don't know what's going on with this live, but if you are on our lineup, please request and I will bring you up, and we don't have to go in order. December is a beautiful time to go to Ghana, and I'm going to tell you why in just a little while. So just stay tuned, because there's something coming up that I want you guys to know about. Let's see. Okay, let me try Amelia. Okay, Amelia, this didn't work. It's saying unable to join for some reason. So I'm going to bring up this next beautiful songstress that I had the opportunity to see perform. What are the chances that when I was in Ghana shooting my movie, my brothers from the group Tony, do you guys know who that is? Hey, Layla, how are you? Wait a minute. This is so ironic. So I'm there shooting a movie, and I grew up with these big brothers, and you guys all know them as Tony. You guys know the song. What? It's my anniversary. Anniversary. Y'all know those songs. You guys know It Feels Good. Yeah. All the great hits from my hometown. Tony was performing, and guess who was opening up for them that I got to see? This beautiful one here. Say, I always want to say your name correctly. I call you your nickname, but what is your actual name that everyone can follow you?
So my stage name is Chayuta, and yes,
Chayuta.
But my actual name is Layla Impomokwena. Yes.
Yes, Layla. So I was like, oh, I can say Layla. I know that one. I'm going to catch her. But I want them to know your music. So we need to be saying Chayuta.
Yes.
Am I saying it right? Yes. I am so proud of you, young lady. First of all, your stage performance in Ghana when I saw you was absolutely incredible. I became a fan.
Thank you so much.
And it's gorgeous. Your manager, you were just. Tell us how you got started. Why singing? Why music?
For me, the funny thing is that I actually never knew I could sing. It was actually a music exam that I was doing in primary school, and I was terrible at playing the piano. Honestly, terrible. And I started crying behind the piano, and my music teacher was like, "Why are you crying?" And I was like, "I can't do it." So I was really bawling my eyes out, and he was like, "Okay, you know what? Sing something for me. Let's forget about the piano. Just sing something for me." So I was like, okay. So I ended up singing a Christmas carol, "Oh Holy Night." And he stopped me in the middle, and he was like, so why did you never tell me like that you could sing? And I was like, because I didn't know I could sing. So he was like, okay, there's this exam that we're doing, which is a classical exam, which is ABRSM, which is the Associated Board of the Royal School of Music. And he was like, I should do something, like I should apply and I should do the exam and everything. And I was like, okay, I'll think about it. I'll tell my mom. And before my mom came home from work, my music teacher already called her and was like, your daughter has this talent and you cannot let go of it. You have to do something about it. So my mom discussed it with me. Yeah, my mom, she's really supportive, my mom and my grandma. So my mom discussed it with me and she was like, is it something you want to do? And I was like, definitely yes. And she was like, okay, then let's see how it goes. But if at any point you feel like you don't want to do it, do not hesitate to come and tell me that you've changed your mind and everything. And I was like, okay. And I mean, till now, I'm still doing the music. So
that makes me so happy. There's nothing like having supportive parents when you're a creative. But I want those two that don't have supportive parents who are creatives, find an auntie. Oh, what would the world do without aunts? And even play aunt or people that see. I love that your music teacher said, hey, we got something here. And my producer told me you actually have a song with Tony. What's the name of that song?
So with that, it was actually, so it's my song. And then Dwayne ended up doing a cover. Yeah, an acoustic cover of it. And the funny story behind that was he was actually on his way to the airport back to the US. And he was literally like time was not on his side, but he was like, no, he has to do this before he leaves. And that was I think 2 days before my 17th birthday, actually. So that was like the biggest birthday gift that I ever got. So I mean, to have a legend like Dwayne telling you that you have talent and I've seen it in you and I want to help you, that really pushed me to like a huge extent, to be very, very honest. Yeah.
I'm trying to not like dry my eyes here because I was just a teen. Dwayne and Raphael and all of those guys, they did the same for me when I was a teen. They're years older than us, and we're from the same town. And they were like these big stars, but we knew them, you know, just around the neighborhood. And I was in a girl group. They believed in my girl group as well. And one of our first singles, and actually our music video is on YouTube. Our group was called Image, E-M-A-G-E, and it's called The Choice Is Yours. So on The Choice Is Yours, Dwayne came in, and to have a global group like Tony put their stamp on a brand new group coming out was really a big deal. He not only studio and played on our record, but he also is in our music video. So if you go on YouTube and you check out the music video and you see us girls, you know, about 18, 19 years old, and he's there strumming his guitar. He has his dreads going when he had dreads back then. And look, and then we're driving in a old school Mustang, drop top Mustang. Well, we were just new to driving, and Wayne's car. He was like, if you guys crash my car. So the car we're driving in the music video happens to be Dwayne's car. I mean, they just laid out the stops for us. Even some of the first songs that I've written on other artists, Raphael Sadiq, you know, created the music for it. So they've hear about them still doing it for teens. You know, I'm older now, but I'm like, oh my God, you're still going to get the babies and saying, come on, we're going to usher you into this thing. That really makes me feel that just fills me up. It really does. And I just think you're such a talented young lady. So have you thought about ever coming over to try your hand at acting?
Yeah, it has. You know, with me, the thing is, ever since I was even in nursery school, all my teachers, they used to tell my mom that, oh, definitely your daughter is going to act. Funny enough, it was always acting. So we also automatically thought that, like everybody in my family automatically thought that, you know, it would be acting. So I actually went for drama school, which was Helen O'Grady, when I was about 10, 13, around that age. And I had an acting coach, and a very amazing person. And he was, you know, grooming us, like all of us. I've met so many amazing people. But then even he is also another person that actually realized that I could also sing. So they were like, it was like we're trying to juggle between, so which is it? Is it the acting or the singing? And then I ended up moving into the singing first, rather. I mean, but when I look at, you know, the entertainment industry, I mean, acting is something I would definitely want to take along too. Yeah.
We would love to have you. I'm also a singer. I don't know if you you probably were backstage and you didn't get to see, but when Tony were on stage, they pulled me up and they gave me a mic. I'm like, no, oh my gosh. And so I got to sing with them when I was there in Ghana. I'm like, what are the chances that I'm actually using my gift of song here in Ghana? Tony, I'm on stage with them. This is crazy. And so with that being said, what kind of advice would you give other musicians to, you know, young and wanting to get in the business? How do they get in the business of music in Ghana?
You know, one thing I learned, especially from bigger artists, not even only artists, but like big people in the entertainment industry, is that, you know, social media is a broad way to, you know, put your talent out there. People tend to use social media in the negative way, you know, but I feel like social media, I mean, now we have ways of connecting with people outside of your country, you know, everywhere, different aspects, different places, different cultures. Everybody's coming together, sharing their different talents. And with me, you know, being as young as I was when I got into the industry, I mean, I was 16 when I released my first Afrobeat song, and and I think I was 18. Yeah, I was 18 when I got signed to my new label, which is Nayasa Records GH, and it was through social media. So I'm saying, for me, because I was young, obviously I couldn't go to certain places alone. My mom's rule was, if you're going somewhere, you have to go. You have to go to the place with someone that we trust. If it can't be her, it will be my grandma. If it can't be my grandma, it has to be someone that the whole family knows. But then I feel like the whole social media aspect got in, and it made everything very easy, because that's how I was getting a lot of attention from people. That's how the bigger artists ended up reaching out to me, telling me, "Oh, you have an amazing voice." You know, that's how, I mean, that's how the Chayuta's brand actually grew, and it's continuing to grow. So, my advice to musicians out there would be, you know, if you have the talent, broadcast your talent. Stop at nothing. Broadcast your talent in the best way that you can. Yeah.
I mean, you have to believe in yourself first
Exactly.
before anybody else does. And that's, I just love that, because we've been so disconnected as sisters, being here in America, and things are such the same. It is the same here, that you have to do the same steps here that if you were on the continent. So it's really important for me to tell people, your dreams are real. If you have the desire, God put it there for a reason. You free us with your music. Tell me some of your favorite musical artists, both American and Ghanaian.
With I mean, there are so many. I will not lie. When it comes to Ghana, when it comes to Ghana, everybody that knows me knows that I've always mentioned Stonebwoy as one of my top favorite artists. There's Adina, there's Ifya, there's Sarkodie, and I mean, these ones that I have mentioned are the artists that I, you know, grew up seeing, and like, they've remained relevant, because one thing about being in the music industry is you have to remain relevant. You have to jump on the new trends. Music is creativity. It evolves by day. Someone is bringing, all of a sudden we woke up and then Amapiano has become the trend. Everybody is jumping on the South African music. And I mean, these are artists that have maintained their talent. I mean, they continue doing these things no matter what. When it comes to, you know, international artists, everyone knows that it's, for me, I'm a Rihanna fan. I'm always going to be a Rihanna fan. There's definitely Beyonce. There's so many. There's Usher. I'm an old school. I'm young, but I'm an old school girl as for that one.
I love it.
Yeah,
I mean, I love that.
because I've been surrounded by music from a young age. At the age of 5, I was singing Alicia Keys and Akon songs, and I didn't even know what anything meant. So, I mean, yeah.
You just words.
Exactly.
Words.
Yeah.
I love it. So what's your latest single?
So I recently dropped a single called Where You Day, which is produced by one of the biggest producers in Ghana, and in fact internationally, Kill Beats. I mean, he has worked with the likes of Ed Sheeran. I mean, so for me, it's a big deal, because you know, when, as I said, when you have big people like this in the industry looking at you and telling you that you have this talent, you know, I see something in you, I want to help you grow. That's what boosts your confidence, because I always believe that if you see someone with talent, don't sleep on the talent, especially if you see that person sleeping on that talent. Tell the person, nah, pick up your things, let's go, let's make something out of it. I mean, it is something that God has given you, so you have to pursue it. I mean, you have to do something about it. Yeah.
And let me tell you something, all of us are connected. That's why you have to pursue it. You're not more so doing it for yourself. You're doing it for those who are connected to you. So I realize this, platform that I've been given as an actress is not just for me to light the candles of others so that we can all shine brighter. And so tell me this invitation that we're going to be having a conference there in Ghana. Tell me that I
am definitely going to perform 100%.
Oh, the music is going to be incredible. I am like so blessed to have all of these creative women come on today for International Women's Day. Please hug your mom for me. Remind her of who I am. We just had such a good time together. And me seeing you on stage and getting to talk to you now is really a treat for me. So I just want to say thank you so much. And God bless your business. God bless your family. And I can't wait to get there to you again, holding that microphone.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so we're going to get to our next beautiful, lovely that's coming up. We are celebrating International Women's Day with 9 women. Thank you so much, Chayuta, for being on. You are so welcome. If you click off, then I can click in the next one. So we're going to see if this is going to go seamlessly this time. It is. Let's see who gets on first. All right. Boom. Welcome, everybody. Thank you guys for staying tuned. I think Brely has been on live for about 14 hours today. I have, and I will be, because this is something that needs to get done. Again, thank you to all the companies that send your gifts from around the world. Please send gifts to our address on my Instagram. I do an open box where I share your products and services with my audience. And right now I'm wearing earrings from Rich Girl Everything and a top from Just Style Bar. And thank you guys so much for knowing that it's not about me. Well, I do love, like one of my love languages is receiving gifts. But what really lights my fire is being able to share you with all of you. So that really makes me happy that we're extending everyone's territory. It's free of charge. It's for free. It is just my way of giving back to you. Emilia, again, it just came up that it said it would not connect us. I think I saw Nikki come in the room again. Nikki, welcome back. I'm going to click you in, Sister Love. Go live with Nikki. Samonas. Come on in here. This girl, she is so incredible. She does these things where she goes, what's this word? You know how you tell, when she said, say this word. What were they? Oh, she had us all on set trying to say these different words.
I'm fine.
Thank you for saying yes. I got so excited when you said yes. I was like, oh my God, she said yes. Thank you. Tell me, what is that thing you were doing, the game you had us all playing where you say this word? What is this word?
It's called language is a very stupid thing.
Oh, okay. Because we would be saying this stuff like, what do we say? We don't even know what we're saying.
It's a very stupid thing, yes, that's what it is.
The very stupid thing is a game. It was hilarious because she had us saying all kinds of things. We didn't know what was I love it. So tell me, Nikki, your part in Single Not Searching, what is it like for you? Are you a method actor? How do you prepare?
I wouldn't say I'm a method actor. I do, of course, get inspiration from a lot of movies when I get a characterization of what I'm going to play. And then, of course, I get into it. If I have the synopsis and the characterization of who I am, I'm done. Research, play it out. Research, play it out. Research, play it out until I get it right.
You hear that? She's giving us some keys.
So that, yeah.
So it's
research, play it out. Research, play it out.
Research, play it out. I love it. So that's a gem for all of us, like, don't just get up there saying words. You have to build your character. You have to like put some layers on that thing. These are real people story that even if they're fictional characters, we take them on as if they are real, live, breathing people, so that we want to tell it, you know, we want to tell their story in a whole way. And when I say whole way, all of us have so many layers. Maybe we have both of our parents, maybe we were either from America or from Ghana, maybe we you know, have never been married or been married, maybe we have sisters and brothers or not. Like, there are so many layers that you can add to a character. This is what she's saying when she's like, research played out. Tell us, who are some of your female role models there in Ghana that helped inspire your career?
Well, I'll say Layla Jansi. Layla is producer, director, executive producer. She is also the representative for the Oscars when it comes to Ghana. She's for a while, and I've done one or two projects with her, where it was also a Ghana and United States collaboration. So yeah, Layla has done a lot for me, impacted me in so many ways in the industry, how to be the star that I want to be in the industry, how to bridge the gap between Ghana and other countries. And she taught me a lot. I was even in Los Angeles right before COVID, and she took me quite around to get myself exposed to the industry over there, just a little bit of it. So yeah, she's been a good role model for me. One other woman, I'm going to mention all women today because it's Women's Day.
Good. Women's Days.
So one other woman who has really impacted me a lot in the industry is also Shirley Frimpong Manson. Shirley Frimpong Manson has really done a good job. She's opened my eyes to the industry in this country and bridging the gap as well, especially between Ghana and Nigeria. I've done a couple of projects with her as well, and I've seen how she manages production, basically, and how to maneuver in this industry. Now, my last, who happens not to be Ghanaian, but I look up to her, is Viola Davis. Yay! So I followed her journey. And she's been there, and she has a lot of influence on me, especially when it comes to women of color over there. And I happen to be one as well, even though I seem a little lighter, but I'm still a woman of color, and I know how it feels like to be singled out in this industry. So I learned a couple of pointers, in fact, most pointers from her when it comes to crossing over again and bridging the gap. So these three for now.
I love it. I love it. You mentioned something that's really important. I think it's important for us to remember that as African women, we come in all shades and sizes, okay? All shades and sizes. I have to say that because I represent the curvy girls of the world, and we deserve the lead roles too. And just because you may have lighter skin, my mother has lighter skin, lighter than yours, but it's like, this is an African woman at the end of the day. I said, no, I really don't call us African Americans anymore. I say I'm an African who happens to live in America. That's how that goes. Because when I came home and you guys said to me, welcome home, I really felt differently with my feet on the African soil there. I really felt like, oh my gosh, what would it have been like if I grew up here? What would it be like? So any of the privileges that Americans are said to have, then I stand that you guys have it too. And I want to do more than just bridge the gap. I want to bring you here and do projects. I want to come there and do more projects. So I'm really looking forward to that. So with that being said, not only equality in amongst women and women of color, but what about gender equality? Talk about gender equality in entertainment that's happening there in Ghana. Like, expose some of the truths so that we can break them down and build them back up.
It's been a gradual process. It's way different in Africa. Let me generalize it, in Africa and in West Africa when it comes to gender equality. Of course, we've seen the men doing a lot more than the women. In politics, yes, I've seen a drastic change. We've seen a lot of women in the ministry, in the political ministry, members of parliament, ministers, and even our Chief Justice is a woman. So yes, we are getting there. And in the industry, like you said, one of major pioneers right now who are swirling, the name of Ghana outside and taking it out there, exposing the industry of Ghana, are women. Again, like I said, Shirley from Pomansi is doing a tremendous job putting Ghana out there. Lily Jansi is doing another one. Like I said, she's a representative of Oscars when it comes to Ghana. She's doing great. She's moving us over there. There are, of course, there's one very renowned broadcaster called Nanaba Nanwa, who happens to be the manager of one of the major TV stations in Ghana. She's also doing good. So, yes, we rarely saw that in the media. It was always the men having the mandate, but now the women are pushing through. Yeah.
That's so good to hear that we're being unapologetic about, standing out front in the business part of the show business. You know what I mean? That really makes me happy that we're comfortable in our skin enough now to stand on our own and be able to be where it was mostly men, in that space. So when will you be coming back to the stage?
Online, but I don't want people to know, but I'll DM you today.
Well, just know I'll see you very soon. We were just together a little while. That was like a while. Is that 6 months ago now?
September, November, of last
year. Yeah, we went to the Nigerian Grammys together, and we got all dolled up, and we had girl time. And it was really cool. So I'm looking forward to spending more time with you. I cannot wait to get there. This is your personal invitation to us having I keep calling it a symposium, a conference where we bring more together. So we want to do it here in America, and we also want to do it there in Ghana. So this is your invitation to be a part of the core group that's going to make this happen. So I just love you so much, and thank you for your yes. You guys, please go see Single Not Searching on Amazon. So you see this lady at work, it's there. And honey, she does her own stunts. That's all I'm going to say. All I know is all of us who were behind the camera and she was doing her scene, our mouths were like this. Between her and us, honey, it doesn't get any better. It doesn't get any better. So we're going to go. Okay, so thank you so much. Our next queen in, and thank you so much, Nikki. I love you, and I'll see you soon. They're like, when is she coming? Well, I can't tell you when she's coming because she's a celebrity, and we have to keep her protected. She has to move around how she moves around. Okay, so I'm just so happy to know that she's coming back. We have a good time when she makes her way to the U.S. It's just so great, honey. If you have not international travel and you're under the sound of my voice, then you get the passport, okay? Go sign up, get your passport, get your passport, get your passport. There is a whole world out there. And so women, especially, I always talk about being single and that kind of thing. Honey, he don't have to be from America. Hello? He can be from somewhere else. You might want to get your passport, do some international business. All of these boutiques that I'm talking about, don't stop with the USA. There are other women that would like to wear these earrings and this sweater and this hair. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. So we should be doing international business. That's what this is all about today. I am speaking with 9 actresses from Ghana in respect in honor of International Women's Day. So we are, okay, Amelia is coming up next. Amelia, we're here. I'm hitting the button again. We have been waiting for you. This must going to be a dynamic because, honey, the forces are trying to be against us, but we're going to get you in here no matter what. We are going live with you on this day. I think if we have to have you reset your phone, maybe go out and come back in, or turn your phone off and turn it back on. Amelia, we want to see your beautiful face. We want to see your beautiful face in this place, okay? Hey, Glam University, I love you, sister. I'm out here. We're not only bridging the gap. I've heard that saying so many times, but we want to really do the work. We have my producers are here online, and I just want to give a shout out while Amelia comes in to, you know, we're creating a new collective. We're creating a new, what I like to say, a new bond. The Bond Incorporation is sponsoring us today, Black Owned Network for Development.